in the day when it was a dream, nobody believed in what I could be. But now I'm laughing at him like, cause I'ma be okay.
Hey, what's up YouTube? It's eSwaggy P here, coming to you guys with another Lakers video, and today I'm just going to be talking about why Rob Pelinka was so smart to not trade Talen Horton Tucker in that Kyle Lowry deal. And I know I've already talked about this, and I talked about it briefly right after the trade deadline about why I personally felt it was a smart move. But I think basically everyone who's not, biased in the opposite direction when it comes to the Lakers and, hates on the Lakers actively has to admit that hanging on to THT has been a smart move thus far. It just factually is. If you look at what Kyle Lowry and Talen Horton Tucker have both done since the deadline, Talen Horton Tucker looks like an ascending player and Kyle Lowry looks like an injured player who has an infected foot, who's gonna continue missing time probably for the rest of the year, and then we'll see what happens with him in the offseason. But he's also old as well, so at this point I don't see him as an ascending asset, and I don't know if he would have necessarily guaranteed the Lakers to win the championship. Would it have elevated their chances in the short term over a guy like Talen Horton Tucker? Maybe, but I don't know if I'm willing to say that just yet. If Talen can keep improving, he can be a useful rotation piece who draws, a decent amount of gravity on the court as far as, attention goes, creating for himself, because his measurements alone, his wingspan, his strength at only 6'4", like his weight, it's such a mismatch. A lot like how, Kyle Lowry can use his strength, but Talen's just bigger. So if Talen can continue to stop making those little mistakes defensively and continue to polish his offensive game, maybe develop some kind of a floater, more mid-range shots, I think he can have a similar impact offensively maybe to a guy like Kyle Lowry, and on the defensive end provide you with some more versatility as far as switching goes, because Talen's just a longer, stronger player, and he's a younger player at this point, and he's a guy who you want to hang on to for the next decade and beyond. Kyle Lowry's a guy who you're going to hang on to for 2-3 years. So not only can Talen maybe get close to that old Kyle Lowry production, I'm saying, and this isn't playoff Kyle Lowry I'm talking about, because I know he would have elevated to a different level. I'm just talking about from a roster building perspective, as a general manager, as far as what Rob Pelinka talks about as a fan of the team, you have to look at not only current success and how do we succeed right now with our team, but how do we continue having success after we have our success, and how do we just keep it going? Because if not, you're gonna have that lull, and you're gonna have that 6, 7, 8 year stretch where your team's garbage. And us as Lakers fans, we just went through that. We don't want to do that again now, do we? If you trade for a Kyle Lowry and it goes horribly, horribly wrong, you end up with another Steve Nash situation, and you might not necessarily have had to have given up the draft capital. I don't know why I just stumbled over so many words there, but you may have not had to give up the draft capital that maybe we did for a guy like Steve, which set us back big time. But just from a team perspective, if you get a guy late in his career like that and it goes left, it's hard to bounce back from, especially if you're going to be paying a guy a ton of money. I know Lowry would have been slightly different, but it still just scares me. So I'm extremely happy that the Lakers held on to Talen Horton Tucker, and I'll go into more detail as to why I'm so high on Talen Horton Tucker in another video. Maybe I'll have a video breaking down some highlights and things like that on what I think his weaknesses are and what I think his strengths are and what makes him special as a player. What I think, if he works on, could maybe make him an all-star, superstar level player. I'll be talking about all those things in a video. I don't know if I can do it with highlights like how I used to, because YouTube will probably just, copyright strike me, and that'll really hurt my channel and what I'm growing here, which is a nice little fan base. And I don't want to hurt that. So although that would be good content, I might have to find some sort of workaround with that. Maybe I could use practice footage somehow. But just let me know if you guys want to see that for any reason. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the quick little video telling you why I think Rob Pelinka and the Lakers were smart to hang on to Talen Horton Tucker and not trade for Kyle Lowry or somebody else potentially. Because, any potential package for any player, they would have been asking for Talen Horton Tucker because he's the best young talent on the Lakers, and it's, unless you want to consider Anthony Davis a young talent, but he's a veteran at this point. So yeah, but we all know about AD anyway, and maybe you could make an argument for Dennis, but he's the same age as Anthony Davis, so yeah. Just as far as young players, however you want to define them, THT is going to be asked for in any package, and I don't think the Lakers should trade him for anyone. And I know that's a crazy statement, and like I said, I'll have a video on just why. So stay tuned to the channel, drop a like on this video, subscribe. Tell me I'm crazy if you want in the comments. I don't care. This has been Swaggy P. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Peace.
Back in the day when it was a dream.